What is up there, Misfits? Welcome to Pages of Ascension. So happy to have you here. This is the Virgo season guide for mutable signs. Happy birthday, Virgos. I hope you have a wonderful solar return over this season, okay? So let's just go ahead and hop right in. This video is going to be a little different. There's not going to be a slideshow, as I'm a little behind in getting these out. But you have a really potent message coming through for this season, mutable signs. So where you're kind of at, well, actually, let's start with your theme first. So the themes that you've got are patience, change, and love. So here's the thing. On first appearance, it would look like this is a love reading, and the tarot cards will tell me if it's actually a love reading. I'm not feeling like this is, at least not in regards to love with another person. I feel like this has a lot to do with self-love for you, okay? And learning to have patience with yourself. And here's the thing, because several of the cards that popped out for your theme are kind of, they're next to each other in the sequence of numbers. It tells me that there is progression and growth, okay? So ultimately, patience is going to bring you the change that you desire, not just in your love life, you know, with your romantic partner or potential romantic partners, but also the love that you have for yourself, okay? And you'll notice that when you begin to, show yourself compassion and incorporate the same things you would do for another person, for yourself, that all of your relationships in all spheres will begin to progress and grow and deepen, okay? Now, the thing is, I think that what's happening right now over the season for you, mutable signs, is you're going to be meeting a mentor. And it's interesting because I know that this came up for you, at least I'm pretty sure this came up for you during Leo season as well. So my feeling is that some of you may have had a delay or even perhaps a small blockage in meeting this mentor back in Leo season when it first came up, but they're still coming, okay? So here's the thing, like, it's no accident that you're here at this time, right? And you have important work to do. Your gifts are unique and a part of your purpose. And so when you choose to honor yourself, your dreams, and your aspirations as a part of your purpose, the divine source creator most typically will reward you with this idea or this concept of bliss, all right? So it's like uplifting energy. So this is why when you choose to follow your gut on something, that you're feeling, you end up feeling really energized versus drained. And vice versa. Like, I can distinctly remember several times in my life where my gut was telling me to do one thing and I did exactly the exact opposite and ended up feeling drained and confused and not sure, what happened and why things didn't work. And it's like, okay, Tia, seriously? Your instincts, your gut, your intuition, however you want to label that, was telling you not to do that, and you did it anyway. So what exactly were you expecting there, right? And sometimes we can kind of be our own worst enemy in that fashion by not listening to our gut, okay? So with that said, I feel like you're also being called to step out of your comfort zone, okay? And really, like, think deeply about, what do you want? Like, at the core of your being, mutable signs, what is it that you desire most? What do you really want, out of life, out of whatever situation that you are currently in that has brought you to this reading? Now, there's likely been some sort of, like, unquenchable desire to move towards something, and you felt like, okay, this is unachievable, I'm not sure I can do this, or maybe I'm being blocked, or I've got a lot of haters. And here's the thing, it is achievable, but the only person that's blocking you right now from that is you, all right? So what I feel like is this is kind of, some of you might be experiencing like a mini ego death, okay? as you come to grips with this, realizing that once again, you're being given the tools by source in the form of your intuition and your gut feelings and your hunches. And when you don't follow that, that's when you're running into these issues. And often when we don't follow those hunches, it is literally our ego coming in and interrupting those messages. Okay. So like for you, at least for those of you that are crossing this reading, I think that part of your task is to not necessarily follow a specific social blueprint that we have like in society. You're supposed to follow your own dreams, like create your own blueprint, right, for what you want life to be. So in any case, one of the many ways that this is like may kind of appear to you, like as far as symbolism stuff is concerned, is like seeds and flowers, which, that makes me happy because I love the garden and I can talk about garden and stuff all friggin' day, man. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, one more card. So I am going to switch this reading up just a little bit, and I'm going to be using the Shaman's Dream Oracle to clarify your reading this season. And I'm using the Spellcaster's Tarot for your tarot cards this season as well. So if you're interested in those cards, want to know a little bit more about them or pick them up, you can head over to my kit, which is linked on my website and in the description box. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So, okay, some extras here. So you've got the Seven of Swords kicking off your reading, Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Your tipping point is the Five of Cups, so that explains some of the messages I was picking up. And then you've got the Six of Cups, the Five of Swords. Excuse me. Okay, so those are particularly important cards based on what I'm feeling right now. And then to bookend your reading, you've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit. So you had slightly more than 7 cards. The Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit came out together. So automatically, what I'm seeing is a little bit of stagnation, okay? And this is based on the cards that have come out. Like, you go from the 7 to the 6, to the 4, to the 5, back to the 6, back to the 5, and then once you get to this place of looking internally with the Hermit and with the Eight of Pentacles, like protecting assets. We'll get to that more in a minute, but I feel like that's kind of where you're heading, regardless. Like, there is a need to protect your assets over Virgo season. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're bouncing back and forth here. So again, I cannot say for certain that this is directly regarding like a romantic relationship or like romantic love, but I am seeing some degree of that in here. So like the Seven of Swords combined with the Six of Pentacles speaks to me to leaving one thing to go towards something else. Like, now I know we don't have the Eight of Cups out here, but I'm picking up that energy in relation to the Seven of Swords, like sneaking away to go give towards something else and then protecting the investment of what you're actually investing your time, money, energy into. What I'm seeing, unfortunately, with the Five of Cups is that this decision may need to be rethought about where you're investing in. I mean, we could be talking about another person again. There's a lot more singular action here versus, say, a partnership. The argument could be made with the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles that this is regarding another person. And I think it's going to really depend on each individual situation. Either way, what I'm seeing is whatever the Six of Pentacles is representing for you that you're investing into and that you're trying to protect the investment that you're making into, something is there's some cups, if you will, that have been spilled in this process. So, we're talking about emotions, maybe even like emotional discourse as a result of this. So I feel like in the process of investing into this person that you snuck off to do, there has been some, I'm trying to think of a different word other than trauma, but trauma is what keeps coming up. Like blood has been spilled, if you will. And I feel like this is because of how this was handled. Like, the fact that your reading is starting off with the Seven of Swords is really, like, concerning to me. It's like, what are you sneaking away from? Okay, now granted, my readings are for adults, okay? And as an adult, you have the sovereignty of your being to just say, no thanks, exit stage left and go. There's not really a need to sneak. So if you feel the need to sneak, it says to me that you feel like you're doing something wrong, and that needs to be examined. Like, if this is something that is for your highest growth and your highest good, why do you need to sneak and hide it? Right? So some of this is, for some of you, this might be something that happened in the past, like, so there's some nostalgia over the season really thinking about this. And I feel like too that there's been like a level of defense that you've had to have, like you want to be the victor and whatever this is. And again, like I keep coming back to the Seven of Swords. Like I really don't like that that's kicking off the reading mutable signs. Like these are two of the most not so great cards in the deck. Okay. The Five of Swords really to me speaks to needing to win at all costs, needing to be on top at all costs, damn the consequences. But with the Five of Cups being in your tipping point, I don't feel like that's a good approach for you this season, mutable signs. And in fact, this is something that may actually backfire on you. Either way, what I'm seeing is that you do need to focus on protecting your assets. I apologize. I wish I was getting a little bit more on the specifics of exactly what is going on here, because for me, this is a little confusing exactly what this is regarding. Like I said, it could be speaking to you and your self-love, or it could be talking about with another person. Either way, I feel like there's deep introspection coming over Virgo season for you in regards to this. And you have to remember, like, back what I was saying in the beginning, there's a threshold that you're crossing, and in order to meet the mentor that you're supposed to, you have to cross that threshold. There is a mini ego death occurring at this time as you come to grips with certain decisions, certain thought forms, certain patterns that you might be having. The main lesson I'm feeling like is coming through in this. You need to incorporate empathy and gratitude more, along with the pride that you already have. Now, like, pride is not always a bad thing, but there can be a fine line there. So, like, part of the message is for you to learn the balance by injecting more gratitude and empathy in your interactions with other people. And this is going to help you tremendously, right? Because there is a fine line there. Patience is going to bring you the change that you desire. So let's clarify a couple of these cards. Like, I'm really curious about the Seven of Cups coming out, the Five of Cups, so your tipping point, and then the Eight of Pentacles Hermit combination. Because it's really weird. Like, there's, for some of you, this could be an investment. Woo! Confirmation. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Finally getting around to the point. For some of you, and this, pick however this fits for you, could be leaving one company to go invest in another. Now, whether you are like a financial investor, or even if you're just like playing around with crypto or something like that, maybe you've even gone into business or invested, I would say, a substantial amount of money into someone's business or a business, maybe is an angel investor of some sort, and you want out. For whatever reason, you want out, and you feel the need to protect your investment. And feeling the need to protect your investment, that tells me that the investment that you've made is at risk, okay? And now I can see kind of where this Five of Cups is playing in. So there could be some backstabbing energy that has happened within this partnership. I'm not seeing anything that specifically says legal fight, but what I'm hearing in my mind is there might be like a legal fight, or like a fight with superiors in some sort, or someone in a position of power, I would say that, or someone that you feel is in a position of power as to how to properly run this business, take care of this investment. Oh, that's so interesting. So I sat down and I tried to do your reading yesterday, and it was really, really strange. I was incredibly drained. Pulled out the cards, started getting into the reading, and I just, like, I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. It was really, really strange. Like, that's not energy I felt for a very, very long time. This is a potent message for you because it's going to be a potent Virgo season for you mutable signs. And I think that that was happening because I'm supposed to give you the message to try to transmute some of this heavier energy that might be coming your way in regards to what I'm picking up on my table here. Again, this 5 of Cups is like I keep hearing blood has been spilled. Like, I really hope this is not literally. Yeah, okay, let's see what your clarifiers say. Whew, okay. Jesus, that's a lot of cards. So, yeah, there's going to be consequences for whatever this 5 of Cups is. I don't know if this is you or just someone that you're dealing with. Like, that's even, at this point in the reading, that's still not very clear to me. It does feel like taking from one person to invest into another person, or taking from one business to invest in another business. For some, I could be hearing like a Ponzi scheme. I don't think that's the right word. It's like when this idea of robbing Peter to pay Paul, embezzlement. Oof. Okay. So I feel like you've got the wisdom, like you've been given the wisdom from the divine confirmation to know that you need to exit stage left. Whatever this is, like, it's time for you to get out, right? I do feel like you making the choice to protect your investment and be very diligent about that, and to really look deeply at what's going on, like kind of, hold the lantern up and shine the light a little bit deeper into the cave like the hermit does, so you can see the full 360 of what's going on, that you're more likely to come into union with this mentor if you do that. So there's something that you really need to take a deep look at and explore regarding this situation. I do feel like the mentor is someone that you haven't met yet. This is not someone you know. It's not someone who's currently in your life. With all the financial cards coming up, it could be that you meet this person and they work in like the financial sector, or they're a banker, or they're an investor of some sort. Yeah. All right, I think that's all I've got for you, mutable signs, if this reading actually gets posted. I don't know that I'm going to, because it was just a little weird, but yeah, if you're listening to this, it means I posted it, and I hope this reading helped for you. Have a wonderful Virgo season, and I will see you next time. Your peace is your power. Take it easy.